Hello, and welcome to How to Play Guitar by Brian Locascio. Today we're going to be talking about how you can just spend a couple minutes a day to learn guitar. So the first thing I want to show you within this series are the strings. We number them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. With the bottom ones being 1, 2, and 3 closer to your feet, and 4, 5, and 6 being closer to your head. 1, 2, and 3 are considered the high notes, while 4, 5, and 6 are considered the low notes. Going in order from 1 through 6, the strings are called the following: the E string, the B string, the G string, the D string, the A string, and the E string. Now these can be hard to remember off the bat, so here's a fun acronym so that you can remember them. Every amateur does get better eventually. The next thing I want to talk about is frets. Frets can be considered the columns that we see between each line. As you can see, we have the first, second, third, and fourth fret. Frets will be very important, but first, let's get to how to place your fingers on the fret. A common misconception is to use the pads of your fingers, which can be shown on the left hand. However, when playing guitar, it is important to use the tips of your fingers, which can be shown on the right hand. Fingers will be very important, and each of them has a number. Unlike piano, which starts on the thumb, for guitar, it starts on the index finger. The fingers can be shown as 1, 2, 3, and 4. At this point, you might be thinking, yeah, but when am I going to learn chords? Well, good news, that's where we're at. So I want you to find the second fret. Do you remember we talked about that earlier? If you found this fret, you are correct. And on the second fret, I want you to find the third string. If you guessed this string, you are correct. Go ahead and place your index finger, also known as finger 1, on the third string. Next, you are going to find the second fret, first string. If you guessed this string, you are correct. Go ahead and place your second finger on that string. Lastly, I want you to find the third fret, second string. If you guessed this one, you are correct. And this is going to be known as the D major chord. Some people have different names for this chord to help themselves remember it. A common one is the triangle chord. But if you're working with kids, you can also call it the rocket chord, which is my personal favorite. Let's give that chord a try. Strumming from your fourth string to your first string, it should sound like this. All together. Congratulations! You just learned your first chord. The second chord that we're going to be learning is the A major chord. So go ahead and find the second fret again. This time I'm going to have you put your third finger on the second string of the second fret. If you picked this string, you got it. Go ahead and put your second finger on the third string of the second fret. If you guessed this fret, then we're in business. You're doing great. The last one is your first finger, and you're going to place that on the fourth string of the second fret. If you guessed this one, then guess what? You just got your chord. This is known as the A major chord. It can also be known as the line chord, or, if you're working with kids, the snake chord. Go ahead and strum from your fifth string to your first string. It should sound like this. All together. Congrats! You just learned your second chord, the A major chord. Now, we're going to practice shifting from the A major chord to the D major chord. So go ahead and play along with me. Let's keep our hand in the same position and play that A major chord. Remember to start from the fifth string. Good. Now try and switch back to the D major chord. It should sound like this. Don't forget to start from the fourth string. and back to the A major chord, and to the D major chord again. Go ahead and keep practicing the shift between those chords. As you practice more and more, the chord shift will happen faster and feel more natural. Congratulations! You did it! You just learned 2 chords, the D major chord and the A major chord. Those 2 chords can be used in a ton of different songs. To learn what they are, go ahead and private message me, and I'll give you my rates and times.